it's hard to forget Robin, Chrissy and Joe, the legendary trio who brought endless laughter to audiences in the 70s through the sitcom Man About the House. But behind the laughter and classic humorous situations is an unexpected truth. Most of the stars who once rocked the small screen have passed away, and not in a gentle way. Do you think those childhood idols are living peacefully with their families in the old halo? The harsh truth will shock you. Accidents, illnesses, loneliness, and even mysterious deaths. What happened to the British comedy icons of the past? If you ever laughed at the clumsy Robin, were captivated by the charm of Chrissy, or were fascinated by the sweetness of Joe, don't forget to click like to remember the stars who once made legends. And subscribe to the channel today so you don't miss out on shocking behind-the-scenes stories, never-before-revealed secrets, and the ups and downs of your favorite TV icons. Do you remember Robin Tripp, the humorous and witty culinary student who captivated millions of viewers in Man About the House? That man, Richard O'Sullivan, was once one of the most beloved faces on the British small screen. But few people know that his halo has quietly faded, giving way to a life of neglect, loneliness, and illness. Born in 1944, Richard took on the role of Robin when he was only 29 years old, conquering the audience with his charm, wit, and modern masculinity rarely seen on television at that time. From love jokes to ironic situations, Robin Tripp was the heart of the series, and also the springboard that brought O'Sullivan to the top with Robin's Nest. But then it all seemed to be in the past. After a serious stroke in 2003, Richard O'Sullivan all but disappeared from the limelight, living in a nursing home far from the public eye. Without wife, without children, without the familiar applause, he lived out his final years in silence, as if the character Robin Tripp had died with time. When it comes to Man About the House, it is hard for audiences to forget Chrissy Plummer, the smart, charming girl who was always the center of laughter. But did you know that many people still think she has passed away, and the fate of the actress who played her, Paula Wilcox, once made the public feel sorry? Wilcox took on the role of Chrissy when she was only 24 years old, bringing the image of a young, sharp, and vibrant woman. Chrissy was not only the cute roommate, she was also the rhythm keeper of the group, the perfect counterpoint to Robin Tripp. But when the spotlight went out, Wilcox's life was covered in rumors, misunderstandings, and many websites even killed her in articles that went viral. The truth is, Paula Wilcox is still alive and continues to act. However, she experienced a great loss when her first husband suddenly passed away after only 3 years of marriage, leaving her alone to face loneliness and pain behind the scenes. However, Wilcox still resiliently returned to the profession, appearing in famous series such as Coronation Street or Afterlife, proving that the halo may fade, but talent and courage never disappear. The shrewish, sharp-tongued landlady who made the whole of England laugh, Mildred Roper, was an irreplaceable character in Man About the House and George and Mildred. But few people know that the woman behind the comedic role passed away in heartbreaking circumstances. Yootha Joyce, with her signature bobbed hair and razor-sharp eyes, was the soul of 70s television laughter. Born in 1927, she became the sitcom queen of England when she played Mildred, a wife who always dreamed of reaching the upper class, dissatisfied with her clumsy husband and messy tenants. Each of her lines was a fatal stab, both humorous and profound, making Mildred a legendary character. But behind the stage lights, Yootha's life was a long series of wounds that never healed. After her marriage to actor Glyn Edwards fell apart, she struggled with loneliness and alcoholism, which silently destroyed her body day by day. On August 24, 1980, just 4 days after her 53rd birthday, Yootha Joyce breathed her last due to severe liver failure caused by chronic alcoholism. Her death shocked the whole of Britain, because no one thought that the woman who shone on the screen was dying slowly and silently. Throughout the 1970s, George Roper, the lazy, clumsy but lovable landlord, became a familiar image on the British small screen. With his slovenly appearance, his penchant for hanging out in pubs, and his silly misunderstandings, George brought hearty laughter to millions of viewers. But few people know that the man behind the role, Brian Murphy, had a life full of ups and downs and ended quietly. Born on September 25, 1932 in Ventnor, Isle of Wight, Brian Murphy began his acting career in the 1960s. However, it was when he played George Roper in Man About the House, 1973 to 1976, and then George and Mildred, 1976 to 1979, that he truly shined. His perfect combination with yootha Joyce as Mildred created a legendary on-screen couple. However, after the sudden death of yootha Joyce in 1980, Murphy's career hit a rough patch. Although he continued to appear in television projects such as Last of the Summer Wine, he never regained his former glory. On February 2, 2025, Brian Murphy passed away at his home in Kent at the age of 92. According to his representative, he had been diagnosed with cancer of the spine and shoulder just 3 weeks before his death. His wife, actress Linda Reagan, shared on social media, "My love for you will never fade. Rest in peace, my love." In Man About the House, Larry Simmons, Robin's charming and womanizing best friend, always brings laughter with his heaven and earth stories and dashing personality. Doug Fisher, who played Larry, was born on September 20, 1941 in London, and breathed life into this character, turning Larry into a comedic icon of the 70s. However, behind the spotlight, Doug Fisher's life ended unexpectedly and heartbreakingly. On July 9, 2000, he passed away from a heart attack at the age of 58, leaving his fans with regret. His sudden death shocked many people as there were no warning signs beforehand. Doug Fisher was not only famous for his role as Larry, but also participated in many other films and television shows such as The Stud, The Bitch, and London's Burning. His career spanned from stage to small screen, leaving a deep impression on the audience. In Man About the House, the charming and somewhat eccentric character Liz, played by Jenny Hanley, provided some humorous and romantic moments, especially in her relationship with Robin. Born on August 15, 1947 in Gerrards Cross, Buckinghamshire, England, Hanley was only 26 years old when she first took on the role of Liz in 1973. Although she only appeared in 2 episodes, Liz made her mark with her confidence and witty demeanor, often serving as a counterpoint to the more naive characters Joe and Chrissy. After leaving the spotlight of Man About the House, Jenny Hanley continued her acting career with a variety of roles in television and film. She also became one of the popular presenters of the children's show Magpie on ITV from 1974 to 1980. Today, at the age of 77, Hanley continues her career in television and film, maintaining a strong position in the British entertainment industry. Among the vibrant cast of Man About the House, there is one person who is neither funny nor flashy, but still makes the audience unable to forget: the agent, with his serious appearance and professional demeanor. That seemingly fleeting role became the last mark of Derek C. Tin, who left this world too soon at the age of only 35. Born on October 1, 1943 in London, C. Tin was a promising actor, first appearing in this sitcom in 1973 at the age of 30. His character was the perfect contrast to the hilarious chaos of Robin, Chrissy, and Joe, creating a humorous balance through his own seriousness. But then, just a few years later, on September 2, 1979, he passed away from a sudden heart attack, shocking the British entertainment industry. Not many people remember his name, but every time we watch Man About the House again, his eyes and demeanor still make us choke up. In Man About the House, Franz Wassermann, an eccentric German student, is the factor that makes the audience laugh and tense. Appearing in one episode, Franz, played by Dennis Waterman, left a big impression thanks to his charming performance, especially in the confrontations with the prejudiced George Roper. But it is hard to believe that the person who brought laughter passed away suddenly and mysteriously. On May 8, 2022, Dennis Waterman, who conquered the whole of England through the series The Sweeney and Minder, passed away at the age of 74. His family confirmed his passing, but the cause of death has never been announced, leaving countless questions and regrets from fans. And that's the end of the journey back in time, where we look back at the changes, the ups and downs, and even the sad notes of the Man About the House cast after decades. Is there any face that makes you stunned? Is there anyone you used to love but now looking back you can't recognize? Share your feelings in the comments section, because the best memories are when they are recalled together. If you find this journey memorable, don't forget to like, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on behind-the-scenes stories, untold truths about the icons of British television. Thank you for joining us. See you again in the next Memory Journeys.